Leo, if I told you that this Sunday, August 10th, the universe will open a golden doorway reserved only for the chosen ones, and that a storm of radiant fortune is moving toward you, but only those who pass the test of silence will truly step through, what would you do? Would you hold your energy in its purest form, or would you let hurried words scatter the greatest opportunity of the next 6 months? Welcome to Eternal Mindfulness, where we do far more than simply read horoscopes. Here, we decode the deeper messages of the cosmos, blending astrology, tarot, energy healing, self-help, and the law of attraction into guidance that can transform your life. Your arrival at this exact moment is not an accident. It is divine timing, a sign that you are already aligned to step into a higher frequency that most people will not even notice passing them by. Right now, the sun, your ruling planet, is preparing to direct a concentrated beam of power and clarity straight into your path. But before the gold pours in, you will face a challenge that almost everyone will fail: the discipline of remaining silent. This is not about withholding your voice out of fear. It is about protecting the sacred space within you where your visions, dreams, and intentions are still forming. It is about keeping your frequency intact so that nothing external can distort the blueprint of what is about to manifest. On August 10th, the energetic field around you will be far more sensitive than usual. Every word you speak will act as a command to reality, setting things into motion. If you reveal your plans, your intuition, or your inner revelations too soon, you risk letting the vibrations of others, whether doubt, envy, or fear, interfere with the architecture of your unfolding future. Silence becomes your shield. Stillness becomes your strength. This is the true test before the storm of gold arrives. This is why you must see August 10th for what it is: a threshold. You can cross it carrying the weight of old patterns, or you can walk through unburdened, carrying only the clarity and power you choose to keep. The universe will honor the choice you make in those moments. And that choice will not be in what you say, but in what you decide not to say. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for your presence here today. Every like, every thoughtful comment, every subscription does more than connect you to the Eternal Mindfulness family. It sustains the sacred space that allows me to bring you messages like this, messages that are meant to meet you exactly where you are and lift you higher. Your support is not just appreciated, it is a vital part of this journey we are walking together. Stay with me until the end, because what I am about to reveal about the energy of August 10th will reshape the way you approach not just this week, but the rest of your year. There is a rare alignment in motion, one that will amplify whatever you carry into the next day. If you protect your energy, the morning of August 11th will feel like stepping into the sunlight after a long night, clear, powerful, and unstoppable. If you leak your energy, it will be like walking into fog with no compass. So let me ask you, what called you here today? Was it a quiet pull from your soul? Was it a series of coincidences that felt too aligned to ignore? Or was it something deeper and unspoken, knowing that this message was meant for you? Leave a comment below to affirm your connection, to claim your readiness, and to declare that you are prepared to step into your golden moment fully intact. Because this Sunday, Leo, the universe is watching to see if you are ready to walk through the doorway it has opened just for you. Leo, you are standing in a moment that feels both familiar and entirely new, as if you've been here before in another form, yet everything around you vibrates at a different pitch. This is what we call a frequency shift, a moment when the old patterns that have shaped your life begin to loosen, and a new current starts pulling you toward a different horizon. Old energy is heavy, not because it is inherently bad, but because it is dense with the weight of what you've already lived through, the habits you've repeated without question, the doubts that have whispered in the back of your mind, the stories you've told yourself about who you are and what you deserve. New energy is lighter, clearer, charged with the potential of what has yet to be created. But to truly cross into it, you must decide what you are willing to carry with you and what you will leave behind. Imagine standing before a great golden doorway, its frame glowing with a light that seems to pulse in rhythm with your own heartbeat. You know, deep down, that once you step through, life will not be the same. This is not a poetic exaggeration, it's an energetic truth. The choices you make here will echo for months, perhaps years, shaping the opportunities that will come and the relationships that will grow or fade. If you step forward burdened with the weight of outdated beliefs, if you let your tongue speak before your heart has finished shaping its truth, you will feel that doorway narrow. You may still pass through, but not with the full measure of the blessings meant for you. And yet, if you arrive at this threshold carrying only clarity, trust, and the energy you have kept intact, you will notice something extraordinary. The doorway widens. The light becomes warmer. And on the other side, a storm of fortune begins to swirl, not a chaotic tempest, but a focused cyclone of opportunities, resources, and connections that seem to appear at exactly the right moment. This is the golden storm I speak of, and it is not a metaphor for wealth alone. It is abundance in all its forms: financial gain, emotional fulfillment, creative breakthroughs, and moments of divine timing that feel almost scripted. Crossing this threshold requires more than desire, it requires discipline. Just as a seed must remain hidden beneath the soil before it can push toward the sun, your intentions need the quiet of your own inner world to root themselves deeply. The soil does not rush the seed, and the seed does not announce itself to the sky before it is ready. The same is true for you now. In this transition, silence is not emptiness, it is gestation. It is the sacred incubation of what is still forming, away from the winds of opinion and the hands that might pull at tender roots before they are strong enough to hold. Think of the patterns you have outgrown as garments that no longer fit. They may be comfortable in their familiarity, but they will restrict your movement as you try to dance in a new rhythm. The old doubts, the quick words spoken without alignment, the need to explain yourself before you fully understand your own next step, these are weights. And in this moment, even a small weight can tip the scales between stepping into your next chapter fully empowered or stepping in diluted, unsure, and slowed by what you did not release. The energy of this moment calls for intentional stillness, for a mindful choosing of what you allow in and what you keep out. Your focus, your thoughts, your emotions, all of these are the currency you are bringing to this golden threshold. Every ounce of clarity you keep for yourself now will multiply once you are on the other side. The universe does not need you to prove your readiness with noise. It needs you to embody your readiness with presence. You are not simply walking into a new phase, you are aligning yourself with a higher octave of your own being. And as you do, the golden doorway before you is not just an entrance, it is an initiation, one that will mark the difference between carrying the past forward and truly stepping into the vast, luminous space that is waiting for you. Leo, as you approach August 10th, the energy around you sharpens in a way that most people won't even notice, but you will feel it in your bones. This is not an ordinary day. Astrologically, the Sun, your ruling planet, stands in a position that illuminates your path with unusual clarity, while the surrounding cosmic alignments heighten the sensitivity of the energetic field you are moving through. On days like this, your words are not just sounds carried on the air. They become commands, precise instructions that imprint themselves into the fabric of reality. Every sentence you speak carries weight, momentum, and a vibrational code that sets certain events in motion, whether you intend it or not. This is why silence becomes such a powerful ally now. The visions, dreams, and intuitions that have been forming within you are still tender, like new shoots pushing their way through the soil. If you expose them too soon, they are vulnerable to the shifting winds of other people's opinions, projections, and energy. Even the smallest vibration, a subtle frown, a tone of skepticism, a glance tinged with envy can ripple through the delicate architecture of what you are building inside. And this is not because others hold power over you, but because the alignment of this day magnifies every exchange, amplifying the effect of what enters your field. In the law of attraction, what you emit is magnified and returned to you, often multiplied. That means that during this particular alignment, if you speak with clarity and intention, you can accelerate manifestation in a way that feels miraculous. But if you speak with uncertainty, or allow yourself to be drawn into conversations that dilute your focus, you risk scattering the very energy that could have propelled you forward. This is why August 10th demands more than mindfulness, it demands conscious containment. You are not closing yourself off from the world out of fear, you are preserving the integrity of your frequency so that when the moment comes to act, you do so from a place of undisturbed alignment. Think of your energy as a seed in rich, fertile soil. Words are like water and light. Given at the right time, they nourish growth, but given too soon or too harshly, they disrupt the natural rhythm of development. Your plans, your dreams, your inner revelations are not yet ready for the full light of exposure. They are in the sacred stage of gestation, gathering strength in the quiet, unseen places within you. To speak them prematurely is to uproot the seed before its roots can take hold. The truth is, you have nothing to prove to anyone right now. You don't need validation for the path you are walking, and you don't need to explain the stirrings of your soul to those who may not understand them. In fact, this is one of the subtle traps of this energy, the temptation to share too much simply because the vibration feels intense. But the wiser move is to let that intensity fuel your inner clarity rather than your outer expression. On August 10th, think of each conversation as a transaction. Your words are currency. Ask yourself before speaking, am I spending this energy in a way that strengthens my future, or am I allowing it to leak into places where it will lose value? Your attention is a force of creation. Where you place it, life will grow. And your energy above Alice, the seed for the next chapter of your life. Protect it as you would protect something irreplaceable, because in truth, it is. By holding your silence, you are not withdrawing from life. You are aligning with it in the most precise way possible. You are choosing to stand in the stillness that allows the universe to move pieces into place without interference. When you do speak again, it will be with the full power of intention, and the reality around you will have no choice but to respond. Leo, this moment ahead of you is drenched in the very essence of your sign: light, radiance, sovereignty. You are the only zodiac ruled by the sun itself, and with that comes an inborn connection to brilliance, leadership, and the magnetism that naturally draws others into your orbit. When the cosmic currents align as they do now, your light intensifies, not just in how the world perceives you, but in how opportunities are pulled toward you as if by a gravitational field you can't see yet can feel deep within. It's as if the horizon is shimmering, and the air around you is charged with golden particles of possibility. Picture yourself in the middle of an expansive desert. The heat shimmers in waves around you, the air is thick, still, and expectant. Then, from somewhere unseen, a hot wind begins to rise. It carries with it a swirl of golden dust, bright flecks spinning in the sunlight, each one a symbol of a new possibility. This is not an ordinary breeze, it is a golden storm, a rare convergence of timing, readiness, and cosmic favor. In this swirling current, there are three distinct shapes forming: the sudden arrival of financial gain, the delivery of unexpected news that shifts your path entirely, and the encounter with someone who carries exactly the insight, connection, or resource you need to move forward. These are not abstract ideas. Financial opportunity may arrive as a deal, a gift, or an opening you didn't anticipate, almost as if it fell into your hands without effort. The news that changes everything could come in a single message, an offhand comment, or an announcement that suddenly reframes your choices. The destined meeting might feel like chance but will carry the uncanny sense that it was orchestrated for you long before you were aware of it. In all three, the common thread is alignment. They appear when your energy is steady, not scattered, when your frequency is tuned, not distorted. That is why your silence matters so profoundly. The golden storm is delicate in its delivery. Like sunlight refracting through a perfect crystal, the clarity of what reaches you depends entirely on the purity of the channel it travels through. If you speak too soon, if you invite too many voices into the space where your opportunity is forming, you risk bending the light, breaking its focus. This is not about hiding from others, it's about guarding the alignment so that when the moment arrives, it arrives whole and untouched by energies that were never meant to shape it. Numerology amplifies the picture. This period resonates with numbers that carry the vibration of expansion and manifestation. The number 8, especially, is active now, a symbol of infinity, abundance, and the seamless flow between giving and receiving. In the week ahead, the colors gold, deep royal red, and warm amber orange act as visual talismans for your energy field. Wearing them, surrounding yourself with them, or simply meditating on their tones can enhance your ability to hold the frequency of abundance steady within you. These colors are not just aesthetic, they resonate with your sign's natural power, reinforcing the authority, warmth, and magnetic pull that define you when you are at your most aligned. The golden storm is already forming on the horizon, but it will not chase you down. It moves toward those who stand still enough for it to find them, who are grounded enough to anchor the opportunities it carries. If you hold your center, guard your energy, and allow the winds of fortune to approach without forcing them, you will step into this next chapter not just as a participant, but as its rightful ruler. And when the gold begins to settle around you, you will know it came because you were wise enough to prepare the ground and patient enough to let the universe deliver its bounty in perfect time. Leo, as you move closer to this rare energetic convergence, you have to think of yourself not just as a participant in the cosmic flow, but as its steward. Imagine holding a vessel of pure, clean water, your energy in your hands. Before you drink, you would instinctively ensure it's free from impurities, because even the smallest particle can alter its clarity. The same is true for your energetic field right now. Before stepping into this moment of heightened manifestation, you must filter what you allow in, so that what you carry forward is pure, strong, and resonant with the life you want to create. Your environment is the first and most obvious filter. Crowded, chaotic spaces are like muddy streams, too many crosscurrents, too much noise, too many competing vibrations. They don't just overwhelm your senses, they begin to shift your frequency to match theirs. In contrast, a quiet room filled with natural light, the gentle rustle of leaves, or the grounding presence of nature works like a purifier. It stabilizes your energy, clears your mental space, and reminds your body of its natural rhythm. Right now, choosing your environment is choosing your vibration. The space you inhabit becomes the soil in which your intentions will root. Then there is the filter of your words. Every sentence you speak is a ripple in the field, a vibration that not only moves outward but also comes back to you, shaped by the energy of the listener. In a week like this, your words carry extra charge. This means you must become intentional, limit the sharing of your plans, your most personal dreams, and the emotions that are still tender and unformed. Speak only what elevates, what reinforces your vision, and what adds to the strength of the frequency you're holding. If a conversation begins to drift into complaint, gossip, or doubt, recognize it as debris in your energetic stream and step out before it clouds your water. And perhaps most important is the filter of your thoughts. Every thought is a seed, and the mind is the most fertile ground you will ever have. If you plant seeds of fear, resentment, or limitation, they will sprout into experiences that mirror them. But if you choose to plant thoughts of success, gratitude, and expansion, you set into motion the creation of a reality that reflects those qualities back to you. This is not about ignoring difficulties, it's about refusing to feed them with repeated focus. Remember, the law of attraction doesn't respond to what is real, it responds to what is repeated in your energy. In practical terms, this means starting your mornings with deep, conscious breaths to signal safety and alignment to your nervous system. It means practicing gratitude not as a rote list but as a lived feeling, letting yourself be moved by the fact that you have made it to this moment with the strength and wisdom you now hold. It also means being mindful of what you consume, not just food, but information. Negative news cycles, toxic online debates, and the constant stream of other people's unfiltered opinions can act like energetic pollutants, subtly lowering your vibration without you realizing it. You have more power over your inner environment than you might think. By consciously filtering your surroundings, your speech, and your mental focus, you create a protective boundary that allows your frequency to remain stable even when the world outside is turbulent. This is not withdrawal, it's preparation. You are choosing the quality of the energy you will bring into the moment of alignment, ensuring that when the universe delivers the opportunities waiting for you, you will meet them with clarity, strength, and an open channel. In this way, you are not just entering the golden storm, you are stepping into it as its rightful master, ready to receive every gift it carries without losing a drop to interference. Leo, as the evening of August 10th approaches, the energy begins to condense, becoming denser and more concentrated, like the stillness in the air before a summer storm. The golden current you've been sensing all along is now moving toward its peak, and this is where your awareness becomes your greatest tool. Nightfall is not the end of the day's work, it is the final refinement, the last stage where every thought, every choice, every breath shapes the way you will step into what comes next. The hours after sunset act like a magnifying glass over your energy, intensifying whatever you hold inside. If you carry stillness, gratitude, and clarity, they will crystallize into a field so strong that nothing can disturb it. But if you allow distraction, noise, or scattered focus to creep in, the ripples will echo into the morning. This is why the environment you create for yourself tonight matters even more. Imagine your personal space as a temple, not one of stone or wood, but one made entirely of vibration. In this temple, every sound, every light, every object is either harmonizing with your intention or pulling it off key. Reducing artificial noise, dimming the lights, and surrounding yourself with elements that feel calm and supportive is not just about relaxation, it is about making sure your frequency is unbroken. The cosmos is listening more closely now, and in this heightened receptivity, what you feel will be recorded more powerfully than what you say. In astrological terms, the energy of the moon in this phase acts like a tide within you, pulling unprocessed emotions to the surface. It's common tonight to feel sudden waves of nostalgia, moments of deep reflection, or flashes of insight that seem to come from nowhere. These are not distractions, they are part of the inner clearing. If you allow them to pass without grabbing hold, they will make space for the clarity that is on its way. But if you speak them prematurely, or overanalyze them in conversation, they risk becoming tangled in the interpretations and opinions of others. Think of this night as the sealing of an envelope. For days, you have been writing the letter, your intentions, your visions, your readiness, and now it's time to close it, place your seal, and trust that it will be delivered. Sealing it means you no longer expose it to the open air, the dust, or the hands of those who may not understand its content. It means that your energy is intact, complete, and prepared for delivery into the new frequency awaiting you. This is also a time to bring your body into harmony with your intention. Gentle stretches, slow breathing, or simply sitting in stillness can signal to your nervous system that it is safe to rest and integrate. Your body is the vessel that will carry you across the threshold, so treating it with care tonight is like polishing the chariot before a great procession. Even the food and drink you choose can influence the clarity of your energy. Lighter, nourishing options will support the subtle adjustments happening within you. As you move through these hours, remember that the mind will often try to fill the quiet with something, scrolling through messages, reacting to others, or replaying old scenarios. Resist the pull to engage. You are not avoiding life, you are aligning yourself with it in the most precise way possible. The less you allow external energy to mix with yours tonight, the more purely the universe can deliver what belongs to you in the morning. When dawn comes on August 11th, you will not be stepping into a random day. You will be stepping into a carefully prepared field, one that you have cultivated with every choice you made on the night before. If you have guarded your energy, that field will be rich, open, and ready to grow whatever seed you place in it. And when the golden storm finally releases what it has been carrying for you, you will be able to receive it fully, not as a surprise visitor, but as the exact moment you have been preparing for all along. Leo, as we close this journey together, I want you to hold this truth in your heart. August 10 is not just another date on the calendar. It is your golden threshold, a point in time that will quietly but powerfully determine how you step into the days, weeks, and even months ahead. This is the day where silence is not a void but a vessel, holding the purest form of your energy until it is ready to be released. It is the test of whether you can protect what is still forming, keep it safe from the noise of the world, and carry it across untouched into a new frequency. No one else can choose the energy you bring into August 11th. That choice belongs to you alone. You are the guardian of your own vibration, the author of the reality you are about to step into. What you think, what you allow, and what you withhold now will write the opening lines of your next chapter. The universe is prepared to meet you there with gifts you cannot yet fully imagine, but only if you meet it with the clarity, stillness, and strength it requires. So I ask you, Leo, are you ready to stand at that threshold with your head high, your heart steady, and your energy intact? Are you willing to trust that silence is not losing ground, but securing it? Are you prepared to let your inner light speak louder than your words ever could? These are not just reflective questions, they are invitations to step fully into your role as the chosen one in your own story. If you are committed to holding your silence and protecting your energy until the moment is right, I want you to declare it. Write in the comments, "I keep my energy intact," not just as a statement, but as a promise to yourself. Let that affirmation anchor you in the hours and minutes before the golden storm arrives. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. Your presence here matters more than you know. Every like, every comment, every subscription to Eternal Mindfulness is not just support for this channel, it is an active part of the energetic circle we are building together. It allows me to continue bringing you messages like this, messages that find you at the exact moment you are ready to receive them. Stay connected, stay present, and remember you hold the power to shape what happens next. If this message has resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another Leo who needs to hear it. Together, we can raise the frequency of this community and meet the opportunities ahead with open hands and strong hearts. This is your moment, Leo. Guard it. Honor it. Step through that golden doorway with every ounce of strength and clarity you have cultivated. And when the storm of gold finally arrives, receive it knowing you have done everything to make it yours.